We all have phrases or words that when we hear them or someone says them to us, it makes us crazy. Let me give you an example of what I mean. When someone comes up to you and tells you something real amazing, or you tell somebody something really amazing and their response to you is, "Really?" And you're like, "No, I was lying to you. I just figured I'd make that up and tell you." Of course it's real. So when someone says "really," it just sometimes makes people crazy. Or here's another one. Here's a phrase that makes somebody crazy that actually is part of our church. I won't give you the names. Anyway, it makes them crazy is "wet your whistle." Now, for no apparent reason, just drives them crazy. Or here's another word, just a word that people don't like, and that's the word moist. They hear the word moist, they're like, "Ew, don't say that," for whatever reason. There's no major reason for it, it just is. Now, for me, I have one that when I hear it, it just drives me crazy and bugs me to no end. And the reason it bugs me is because I cannot figure out what this phrase means. It doesn't, I don't think, means anything. Let me share it with you. The phrase that makes me nuts is when I hear someone say, "We need to be on the right side of history." What in the world does that mean? I mean, no, really, what does that mean? Is it just another way of saying what I am doing right now is right and history will prove it? But how do you know that? Or does it just sound like a good idea? Like, I certainly don't want to be on the wrong side of history. I mean, that's reserved for terrible people. So when someone says we must do whatever they're telling you to so that we're on the right side of history, how could they possibly know what people will think about their decision that they're making today in 100 years from now? And isn't history written by the victors anyway, so it's skewed? Anyway, okay, so I'm done venting. Let me get to the point. And the point is this. Worrying about being on the right side of history is a waste of time. There's something else that we can be more concerned about being on the right side of, and it's not history. It's something much more important than that. During his last week on earth, as Jesus is coming up to his execution, and his future is being decided by the Roman leader Pontius Pilate, Jesus says something quite profound in this back and forth he has with Pilate. And in John chapter 18, verse 37, Pilate says to him, "You are king then." And Jesus' response is this: "You are right in saying that I am a king. In fact, it's for this reason I was born, and for this reason I came into the world to testify to the truth. Everyone on the side of truth listens to me." Now, Jesus takes us to another concern, one that is not malleable, one that is not changeable, the side of truth. You see, the truth doesn't change. Truth is not relative. What's true for you is true for me, and whether that's convenient or not, it is reality. Now, Jesus makes a very specific claim when he clearly states in John 14:6, he says, "I am the way, the truth, and the life." And then adds to that, "No one comes to the Father except through me." You see, what I've come to put together here in this full picture is the unchanging reality of Jesus Christ is truth. So for you and for me, it's critical then to line our lives up with the truth of Christ in all areas of our lives, whether it's our relationships, whether it's our work ethic, whether it's our finances, whether it's our leisure time. We want to make sure that we're following Christ in all of those areas. For in 1 or 5 or 10 or even 100 years from now, you won't have to wonder, are you living your life correctly? You won't have to wonder if you lived your lives in a manner that really mattered, or you won't have to wonder if you lived your life in a manner that honors God, because Jesus is always the right side of the unchanging truth.